And as you heard Grant say, it is going to be cold out here for several more days as we wait for a burst of Arctic air to hit the heartland this weekend. And if you are bringing the space heater out to stay warm, well, you should know there is a right and a wrong way to use them. Space heaters are a leading cause of house fires in the United States, according to the National Fire Protection Association. And Cape Girardeau Fire Marshal Drew St. John is here, and we want to talk a little bit about how do you use these things safely, because they are great if you are cold. You know, they're small, they're compact, they're not terribly costly to operate, right, unless you set your house on fire. Right. So how do we safely use one?
Well, the biggest thing is just follow the manufacturer's guidelines. They're on the box, they're on the instructions. Use them according to those instructions. You know, we have some good practices. We tell people to keep them at least 3 feet away from anything that could be combustible. The biggest thing with space heaters, though, is plug them directly into the outlet. That's the #1 cause with space heaters with the problems. Plug them directly into the outlet. And if you've got several outlets on one circuit, only one of those space heaters needs to be on each circuit. The biggest problem is overloading extension cords is generally what causes the problem with them. Most modern space heaters are pretty safe. They come with safety devices built into them. If they tip over, they'll shut off. If they overheat, they'll shut off. So if they're working properly, they're generally pretty safe.
Okay, so we don't want to put anything on them, and the most important thing, what I'm hearing, is be sure to plug it in straight to an outlet, and right, don't have it on a wall where you've got multiple things plugged in.
Correct, and don't leave it alone. If you're using it in a room, when you leave the room, shut it off just to be safe.
Okay, how often do you see issues like this this time of year? Obviously, we've seen a spike in fires recently. Not saying they all are space heater related or even remotely related to that, but I know this time of year is pretty busy for you guys. Do you run into this a lot?
We have a fair amount of times, and generally what we see is people using extension cords with them, and you know, a lot of the times we can educate people before it causes problems. So we're seeing less problems with space heaters than we used to, but they still are a little bit of a problem. Like I said, just follow the manufacturer's instructions.
Will do. And now you guys have some issues fighting fires when you have snow and ice, right, and you're putting water, which makes more ice. Talk a little bit about the challenges you guys are facing.
So the biggest one's probably the cold. You know, when we step off the truck, you know, that's the first thing that's going to hit you is the cold. But then even when the guys are getting out, they're getting the hoses off, the ladders off, you know, ice on the ground, it's hard to maneuver around, hard to drag our equipment where we need to get it. So when we get out in this type of weather, it produces a bigger risk for the firefighter. Mm-hmm. So that's why we ask people, you know, like I said, to think about that before they start using these things.
All right, well, Fire Marshal St. John, thank you for coming in and sharing your knowledge with us. Can't say it enough, got to be safe this time of year.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.